Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode, installment, whatever you'd like to call it, of Mondays with Matt. Now, today we will be talking about productivity. Now, I am not the greatest at being productive all the time, I will admit to you, but the effort is there. And this episode is mostly going to be me talking about stuff that I need to improve on, and hopefully some of you guys out there need it as well. So we're going to start off with a Bible verse right off the bat here. The verse is Colossians 3:23, and that verse says this: "Work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people." Now, the whole chapter in Colossians chapter 3 is about living the new life and giving basic instructions for Christian households. And I believe that it works outside of Christian households as well, just in general life, that no matter what we're doing, we should be striving to have it perfect, or as close to perfect as we can get. God does not require perfection from us, but I feel like we should always be striving and doing our best to get as close to perfection as we possibly can. My mom always tells me whenever I'm doing chores, she's like, "Yo, Matt, like just do it right the first time and you won't have to come back and do it again." And I'm like, "Mom, I did it right the first time." And then I go back and she's like, "You didn't do this or this or this." And I feel like that's a way we can interpret this verse, like do it right the first time. If we strive for perfection in that and we're praying to God, we're like, "Yo, God, like take over this for me and help me do this to the best of my ability." And we actually do it to the best of our ability, I feel like we won't have to go back and do it again. We won't need a second opportunity to do it better the next time. Yeah, we can always learn from our first encounter or our first mistake and be able to just kind of improve based on that. No matter what we're doing, whether it's like something super big or something like super small, I feel like we can always try to push further and do better no matter what we're doing. And whenever we have that mindset of wanting to pursue perfection for Jesus, it just gives you a whole new perspective on work. And I feel like one of the most common misconceptions that we have is that productivity is work. And sure, like whenever you're working, you're being productive, but you can be productive without working. Something as simple as reading your Bible, like that's not work, that's just something we do, and that's being productive, you know, like we're building our relationship with Jesus. Talking with friends, like that's not work, unless you have really bad friends, which I hope you don't. But that's not work, but you're still being productive with that, building your relationships with your friends. One of the ways that helps me always stay productive is I think about like, what could I be doing with this time, or what am I doing with the time that I have? I talked about that in my other video, but I'm gonna say it again. Like, if you're just sitting around like doing nothing, or you're like doing something that's taking up like 80% of your time, like what else could you be doing with that time to be more productive? Not working, but like be more productive, like building relationships with God, friends, bettering yourself, stuff like that. It also says in the verse, work willingly. And I feel like that's where part of our work ethic comes from. Like whenever our mom tells us to do the chores, we don't want to work and do chores. Unless you do, then I'm sorry, you're not normal. But at least for me, I know that I don't like to do chores. I will not willingly do chores. I don't wake up and be like, "Yo, let's kill some chores today." Like no one does that. I don't know why. I don't know who does that. If you do that, sorry. That says work willingly, and I feel like if we change this verse to fit today's standards, it would be do what you want, and whatever you want to do it the way you would want to please the Lord. But that's not what the verse is saying. It's saying work willingly. Like everything you do it for the glory of God. So whether that's doing chores, something you don't want to do, or doing a task at work you don't want to do, or whether it's even like going to work. I know some people don't like where they work. But yeah, like work willingly. So switch your mindset to like think that this is something bad and change it to be like, how can God use me in that situation that I don't want to be in? How can he change where I'm at to make me want to work willingly? And like, what do I need to do to change my perspective to make me want to go to work or to work willingly? Another thing that goes along with productivity is procrastination. And a lot of people procrastinate, and I am extremely good at it. Like extremely good at it. Like I'm the kid at school that would like, we'd get an essay like 4 months in advance, and then our teacher would be like, "Okay, like make sure you do it like consecutively, or like make sure you do it all the time so you don't have to do it all at the end." I'm the kid that would wait for like the last 2 hours for it to be turned in, and I would just sit there and like put music in and just start typing and like do it all in 2 hours before it needed to be turned in. So guys, let me tell you right now, procrastination is no bueno, okay? It's not good. Don't procrastinate for 2 reasons. The first one being is whenever you procrastinate, you're not putting your best into whatever you're doing. So for me, it was my essay. Like that was like not my best work, like by far. I got it done, sure. And if that's what I think a victory is, then like sure, I got it done. I didn't do it to the best of my ability. God calls us to do everything to the best of our ability. And the second reason is because Jesus didn't call us to put things off for later. Jesus, like continually in his works in his life, he always addresses whatever he needs to address. He addresses it then and there. He doesn't wait like 3 weeks. Like for the blind man, he didn't see the blind man and he was like, okay, like yo, I could do it today, but like I don't have to do it today. Like I'll just wait till next week and I'll come back around. Like don't worry about it. Like Jesus spat in the ground, gross, rubbed it on his eyes, gross, and then was like, all right, now go and wash it off and you'll see again. Like right then and there. He didn't wait a week, he didn't wait a month, he didn't put it off for later, he just addressed it right then and there. And I feel like we need to start, as like a whole society, we need to start like addressing things like right now and not pushing them off week after week, month after month, year after year even, because that's how you forget about things and that's how you lose that the passion that you had for things, and that's how you eventually just make stuff that is not the best of your ability. So with that, I encourage you guys, stop procrastinating, get it done now, do it to the best of your ability, and work willingly. It's like that old saying, like, do what you love and love what you do, or whatever. Do what you love and love what you do. Something like that. I don't know how the saying goes, but it's something like, do what you love what you do. Just like pray about that. Like, what can I do to make me love being productive? Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate your time. Now go do something productive. Go read the Bible right now. Right now. Like right now. Go read the Bible. Just do it. Not trademark. I'm not sponsored by Nike. I wish I was though. That'd be kind of sick. But no. Do your chores or something. But have a good day. I appreciate you. Thank you. Adios. Deuces.